Developing news this morning, the Texas House of Representatives will have a new leader when the session begins next year. Just hours ago, Speaker Dade Phelan withdrew his bid to become the chamber's leader again after facing pushback from those within his own party.
The Beaumont Republican shared a statement to explain his decision, writing, "By stepping aside, I believe we create the best opportunity for our members to rally around a new candidate who will uphold the principles that make our House one of the most exceptional, deliberate legislative bodies in the country." Thanks so much for being with us this morning. I'm Avery Travis.
And I'm Will Dupree. Joining us here now is our Capitol correspondent, Ryan Chandler. And Ryan, what a morning it is.
What a morning.
The timing of this is all very critical because the House Republicans were actually supposed to meet tomorrow to decide on who they would like to support as Speaker.
Yeah, that's right. And I was in the Capitol as late as last night, and the thinking is still kind of up in the air as to how that vote would have gone down with a Phelan versus David Cook vote. In fact, I even had newly elected representatives come up to me and ask, "What do you think is going to happen?" I was like, shouldn't I be asking you that? But
right.
That's kind of emblematic of the uncertainty here. The general wisdom was David Cook, the reform candidate who a lot of Phelan's opponents are backing to kind of change how the House works. The thinking is he had just over or almost enough votes to break through the threshold needed to get the votes of every Republican in the House. You need 53, and he was almost there. So I think Phelan, late last night or early this morning, just made the hard calculus that he doesn't have the votes, and this is a long time coming. He survived a bruising primary battle where he won by less than 400 votes, and the thinking was that he could keep together a coalition of Democrats with a minority of Republicans, and that all changed last night.
Okay, you mentioned Cook there. Who are the leading candidates to become the House Speaker with Phelan officially dropping his bid?
So Phelan is now being replaced by one of his longtime allies, Dustin Burrows, who is a powerful chairman out of Lubbock. His coalition is probably going to be pretty similar to Phelan's. We're already seeing a lot of pushback to him from the same people who opposed Phelan because Phelan and Burrows have worked together very closely in the past. Burrows, for example, supported the impeachment of Attorney General Ken Paxton. Paxton is now out with a scathing statement saying that Burrows is Dade 2.0 in his words, and that any Republican would not be safe if they vote for him. So Burrows is probably going to be looking for Democratic support with a minority of Republicans as well. We'll see how that shapes out. I am hearing from the Capitol this morning that he's been making the rounds, talking to both parties, trying to shore up support, but he's got about 24 hours to do that.
Time is running out on that too. Just stepping back a little bit and talking about the role that the House Speaker plays, how much power does that person have at the Texas Capitol?
The Speaker is about the third most powerful person in the Texas legislature behind the governor and the lieutenant governor. Put simply, if you want to pass a bill, you better have the Speaker on your side because a bill is very unlikely to reach the floor without the Speaker's blessing, and the Speaker also appoints all of the committee chairmen who are very important to the legislative process. So this is very important for the future of Texas policy.
Lots shifting with just really weeks to go before that Capitol gets very, very busy. So Ryan, thank you so much for following these developments for us.
Thanks.